Dead Draw is a multi-week campaign where contestants will vote to eliminate each other each week. The only way to guarantee your safety is to go undefeated in our Wednesday weekly tournament. After the first 4 players are eliminated from the game, each person eliminated after that becomes a member of the jury, which will play the main role in choosing the winner of the season. The grand prize is $100 cash. All right, got interview 1 here with Gilly Mendoza. Gilly, how long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
I've actually been playing since base set, but more casually. Think I got more serious into it during the 2009-2010 era.
Okay.
Took a break for a bit and then came back in during 2016 for, what was it, I guess with the advent of Pogo.
Okay.
So that's when I kind of got back in again.
Got interview number 2 here with Anthony Guevara. Anthony, how long have you been playing Pokemon trading card game?
Probably about like 20 years, I think, now. I stopped for a little bit and I came back, so...
All right, we got interview number 3, this time with Kevin. Kevin, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
All right, that's good. How long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
Not that long. I started probably like when Darkness Ablaze came out, and from that point on, so not too long.
Yeah. But
not a lot of skill, a lot of heart.
All right, we got our next interview here with Anthony Alvarez. How long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
Too long. I started playing again in 2017 competitively, but yeah.
We got interview number 5, I think this is, with Miguel. So Miguel, how long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
I've been playing Pokemon trading card games since I think I was 11, basically when base set came out. My dad used to take me to Outer Limits Pokemon League, like I think it was every Tuesday and Thursday, and I've just been hooked on and off ever since. I wouldn't say like super hooked, but you know, just been playing on and off ever since.
Interview with Justin Morales. So Justin, how long have you been playing the trading card game?
I've been playing, I would say, about 8 years now, from a very young age. I got into it basically just from the show and whatever friends were playing at the time. And from there, I kind of just by myself did it, and it progressed to where I am today with it, basically.
All right, cool. Interview with Lyle Narciso. So Lyle, how long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
Well, I used to play way back when base set first came out, but like competitively, I just started playing towards like the tail end of the Sun and Moon era. So like my primary decks were like Mewtwo GX, and freaking hated ADP, but it was basically that and Pico. So here I am.
Got interview with Enrique Maldonado. Enrique, how long have you been playing the trading card game?
Since August of this year.
Okay, so a couple months. All right, interview with Omar Taha. So Omar, yes. How long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
Since March, when Brilliant Stars came out.
Okay, all right, so about almost a year now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Interview with Danny Banks, Danny Vivar. Danny, how long have you been playing the Pokemon trading card game?
I've been playing on and off since about 2016, I would say. This is probably the first year that I'm playing as long as I've been playing without stopping for DBS specifically.
I would never play that.
Thank you very much, Danny. I'll play. We got our final interview for the night. Got with Danny Danny Chalet. First of all, Danny, how are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling good.
All right. So the first question, how long have you been playing Pokemon trading card game?
I've been playing since, what, 2016?
Yeah.
2016 format?
Yeah, I've known you, I think, 6 years at this point. Dead Draw Week 1. First, we're going to go over the early game alliances, highlighted in different colors here. First, we have the Muff Squad in green of Anthony Alvarez, Danny Zub, Gilly, and Anthony Guevara. They are in the power position here as having the largest alliance.
There's a natural affinity there just because we're OGs playing here, and we've always been the boss, right? So I think from that standpoint, I think we just had an understanding that we would never vote for each other.
Then we have a bunch of duos. Enrique and Danny Vivar are now working together. They're actually rivals. That's why they're in red. They are targeting each other. They are friends, but they don't trust each other in this game, and they're going after each other.
All right, so we got screwed up. Like, I thought the week prior we had a little tournament type. Style we had,
a little test, yeah.
And I kind of screwed him over accidentally, thinking he was going to be safe, but it didn't end up that way. So it kind of bit me in the ass going into week one. It's kind of rough right now because I told him until we finished this little challenge, we were going to be enemies.
Lyle and Omar came into the trading card game around the same time, and they are both really smart guys. They know it's better if they team up if they want to get far in the game. Miguel and Kevin, similar story to Lyle and Omar, with the difference being that they are closer to the Muff Squad because they have been around longer and they're friends, really.
Kevin's just been hella funny, just a good friend overall, and he's also been like on and off with the game, and it's cool to see him come back. So I definitely feel closest to Kevin.
Then we have Justin and Daniel Acosta. These guys are the youngest in the group, and they have each other, really, because they don't have anyone else. They know they're the youngest guys, so they're going to be the easiest targets. So with that out of the way, let's get on to just the first vote right away. We got Enrique getting the plurality of the votes, with Omar coming up close with 3 votes for himself. And then we have a bunch of other people receiving votes. Very scattered first round of voting, but Enrique with the plurality of votes. Enrique will have a chance to win safety for himself if he's able to go undefeated in the Wednesday Weekly, which at this point he is 1-0. So, let's just go on to round 2, get it out of the way. Got Omar catching the majority of votes. We also have a name here that doesn't belong, Vinny Darcy. This was Kevin's vote. When Kevin asked for clarification on the rules on who he should vote for, because he's a little bit confused, I just told him, if you don't know who to vote for, just vote for who you don't like. And he took this as vote for someone he doesn't like that isn't in the game. And where normally I would say you're not allowed to do that, it really didn't matter in this scenario, and it's kind of funny. So, Vinny Darcy catches 1 vote. Omar gets the plurality here by a large margin, and he will be the second person nominated for elimination tonight. Now, going into the third round, both Omar and Enrique are 2-0, so they both have a chance, to earn themselves safety, and we have a very important third round here. So we go on to round 3. Round 3, because Enrique loses to Danny Zub in the final round, and Omar is able to triumph over Gilly, Omar earning himself immunity. So, comes down to the third round of voting. Enrique's gone, but round 3, someone else got to go. So, we go on to the third round of voting. We have our first tie. Daniel Vivar and Daniel Acosta both catch 4 votes. Hence the asterisk next to Daniel's name. Now, how we break ties is we do dice rolls. Players determine it randomly. And unfortunately for Daniel, Vivar won the die roll, and Daniel was the person voted out in round 3, and therefore eliminated from the game in week 1. So, Enrique, Omar, Daniel. Omar wins immunity. Omar is safe. And unfortunately, Enrique and Daniel Acosta are the first 2 eliminated from Dead Draw. All right, this is eliminated contestant number 1 from season 1 of Dead Draw. Daniel, how are you feeling? You ended up losing a CeeLo roll to be knocked out. It's a pretty brutal way to go out. But outside of RNG, who do you blame the most for your elimination here? Anybody in particular?
I really didn't expect it.
All right. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun, yeah.
All right. That's all that matters. Thank you very much, Daniel. We got second person eliminated from season 1 of Dead Draw. We got Enrique Maldonado. Enrique, first, how are you feeling?
I'm a little salty.
You lost the final round. That ended up keeping you from being safe. Yep.
Next week, I'm screwing everybody over. I'm coming for everybody.
Well, Enrique, you're out of the game at this point.
I'm not.
But you can absolutely shit talk people all week. Who do you blame the most, if anybody, for your elimination? You got 4 votes.
I blame myself. I talk a lot of shit. Good game, Jay.
Yep.
You're doing great. Keep it up, buddy.
Thank you so much, Enrique. Thanks for playing.
You're welcome.
On to week 2 of Dead Draw. So, get this right out of the way right now. Unfortunately, Danny Vivar was not able to show up week 2 because his daughter was sick. And he notified us beforehand and asked if he could redo the role between him and Daniel Acosta the previous week and basically just give Daniel his spot. And I said, sure. So, Vivar, unfortunately, unceremoniously, is eliminated, but Daniel rises from the ashes. Daniel has another shot in this game. Now, also unfortunately this week, Lyle did not show up. But that doesn't automatically eliminate him in this game. In Dead Draw, you aren't required to come every week to play the game. You can take a week off. The problem is that if you take a week off, you don't get a chance to vote and you don't get a chance to win immunity for yourself. So it just puts a gigantic target on your back, and you're likely not going to be still in the game if you don't show up any given week. But we'll see what happens for Lyle. For now, this is the group we got. With Vivar and Enrique out of the picture, we have a dynamic 4 groups: Omar, Lyle, Miguel, Kevin, Justin, and Daniel, and the Muff Squad. Now, is Daniel going to be able to reintegrate with these guys after already being voted out? That's going to be the biggest question of the night. Also, is Lyle going to be able to not catch enough votes to somehow survive? Those are the questions of week 2, but let's get to the first vote. Unsurprisingly, Lyle catches plurality of the votes, and he is eliminated. Or he's nominated. But because he cannot win safety, he is eliminated from the game. Also catching votes, surprisingly, we got Omar, Daniel, and Justin all catching votes, you would think that these players would, just say, hey, truce on this round. Let's just all vote Lyle. He's not here. But no. Lyle was still gone, but you still got people catching votes. So going on to round 2. Now, we obviously have Omar as a target here. Omar is being targeted because he's really good at the game. But we may see other players start catching votes if Omar is able to strike a deal with some players. We don't know which way these gamers are going to go with their strategy. So they may target anyone, really. Nobody is safe unless they win out. And at this point, Omar is 1-0. So they may just want to say, we're going to wait for Omar to lose a game before we actually vote for him again. But who knows? I know. Let's get on to the votes for round 2. Miguel and Omar tie with 3 votes apiece. Now, as I said, with week 1, ties are broken by die roll. And unfortunately, Miguel came up short on this one. Omar survives. And still got Anthony G catching 2 votes, and we got Justin catching a vote. Still a lot of scattered, votes going around here, but Miguel is the second person nominated week 2. So we go to round 3. Now, Lyle is definitely gone. Miguel is 1-1. So Miguel, very understandably nervous, needs to get someone with a worse record than him voted for. He doesn't know who the 3 votes he received were from. But if those same 3 people don't go with what he wants, he may be leaving tonight. So who are the other people that are realistically in trouble here? Now, Justin just keeps catching votes every single round, it seems. Can't catch a break, so someone's after him. Then we got Omar, caught 3 votes last round. Could catch it again. Don't know. The Muff Squad, though, we know they're pretty safe. Daniel Acosta is also in trouble, undeniably. And I imagine what happened was that Miguel, going into this 3rd round of voting, was able to convince these guys that let's just get Daniel back out of the game. It's not fair that he got to come back, so let's just get rid of him. And so ultimately, Daniel has a worse record than Miguel. And as soon as he came back, was as soon as he left again, Daniel is taken out in week 2 for the 2nd week in a row. Miguel is safe. So we go back to the storyboard. Daniel, he is gone. This time for good. And Lyle is gone. And we have our final 8. Now, from this point on, any people voted out, any people eliminated, become part of the jury. And the jury will vote at the end for who wins. Next time on Dead Draw.
To be honest with you, I don't know how I've made it this far.
We need to keep a weak link in. I hate to throw shots, but so it's part of our strat.
I don't think I've ever been really at risk of getting voted out yet.
We all know this. Okay? So we need Miguel out because nobody wants to play against Control.